Okay, so this should be dry enough now for the second layer of PVA to go on top. We're just going to follow the same procedure. We might want to pause it and get some water.
Good point. There you go, master.
So as if by magic I have a small pot of water.
I just remember because it's paused, that literally just pinged into place on the screen for people who are watching.
Okay, so again, just a small amount of PVA. And make sure you wipe the top so you don't get that annoying little plug on top. Good tip for cleaning your super glue is to use nail varnish remover. Just put some on a piece of paper, kitchen paper, and just clean the top.
I've done that so many times, just glued my hands together. It's always good for a laugh. Don't do that at home.
Okay, so add water. And like I say, this will have two effects. It will provide a protective coating for your sand, but it will also flatten it down and make it more uniform. Just try not to
throw your brush randomly across the room.
So a gentle patting motion on top. Just needs a bit more water. Because it's quite a porous material, it will suck everything in. And as we know, PVA does dry clear. And this is just for army purposes. Obviously, if you want like a leader miniature, you would spend a lot more time on the base. And if you get a random lump rolling around, just stick that back down. And as you can see, I've got a couple of grains of sand in the PVA. We'll have them back. And just pop it down.
So this is kind of like a sealant, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely best to leave it overnight just to be on the safe side, but we're a bit constrained by time.
So are you going to seal this at all, perhaps, or?
Well, I would use the Purity Seal, the Games Workshop varnish, which is a satin matte varnish, but American guys can use dual coat, which is has a component in it called toluene. It's
Toluene?
Yeah, it's plastic basically.
Yeah.
That's just been outlawed in aerosol form in the EU, so we can't get any over here. So that's another reason to dislike our American friends who get everything. But I was advised by a very helpful person in the local model shop that if you spray your Purity Seal from a distance, a greater distance, and use a thinner coat, then it won't shine so much, so you get that more matte finish. If you are using the dual coat, it will flatten everything. You will have a flat metallic colour, you won't have the shine. So you might want to go over that with a couple of painted layers of hard coat, which is the Games Workshop gloss varnish that you get in little pots. Okay, so I think this is...
I swear I'm going retarded, you know. I was looking for Gareth, the Gareth Gobblecock model, and I wondered where I'd put it, and you're sitting gluing it. I've just been watching you sitting gluing it for, what, 5 minutes?
Okay, so that's that second layer done. We'll leave that to dry and then go over it with, I think, spear staff. I said spear staff brown.
You did?
I'm not sure. And
but I don't. Do we actually need to record us doing that? Or?
No, it's just all you would do is paint. Once this is completely dry, paint the spear staff brown over it, and then dry brush it with bleached bone. And you've seen dry brushing, you've seen so, and you can tidy up the ring as well. I generally leave the ring, I paint the ring black, but if you want it the Games Workshop standard brown, you would paint the ring with graveyard earth, or you know, if you want a grass effect, you paint the base, the sand mixture on top of the base with goblin green, and then dry brush it with sunburst yellow, because obviously yellow is a highlight for green, which is what I used to do with all my fantasy miniatures. But yeah, that's him pretty much done.
And I think let's end with a nice picture of Gareth here, if I can get him in focus without being completely out of focus. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's excellent. We could do with a little battery operated rotating plinth really. And that's excellent.
So that's perfectly adequate standard for your armies. You know, you can bang out a unit of 20 of these inside a week, so you can have your army done in a couple of months at the most. If you know,
and you can still use it once it's primed.
Yes,
as long as it's primed, you're legally allowed to use it in tournament.
Yep.
So, well, thanks very much for showing us how that's all done, Rob.
No
much appreciated, and I'm going to look very much forward to the next volume set, where we're going to be doing Space Marines, I gather.
The Space Marines, definitely.
Fantabulous. Well, bye-bye everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.